Hello, YouTube. Message and Bother here with finally a diary video. um, yeah. So finally, I'm gonna talk about my past and what I did. And as you can see in this picture right here, yep, I used to work at Little Caesar. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Little Caesar taught me a lot about quote unquote people and society because it is just absolutely sad. I will admit I did have some good times in Little Caesar, but I'm gonna be honest. Little Caesar, if you're working there, just straight up quit. I am so tempted to use curse word in this video, but I don't want this video to be taken down because of YouTube dumb censorship. But there were many, many moments in Little Caesar that, in my opinion, it outweighs the fun times. And more importantly, the pay itself. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I had a job where all I did is wash dishes and I got paid more as sorry guys, as an assistant manager in Little Caesar. I straight up cannot believe that. It is absolutely baffling that Little Caesar is getting away with that type of stuff. Man, I really want to curse in this video, but I can't. And the funniest part is the managers they don't give a damn. Like they really don't care. And what's funny, and I swear to you guys, I wish I could do this, but nah, I'm just gonna get, you know, um, I'm gonna hurt people's feeling, and people might come after me. But this is what I really wish. I really wish I could see my old managers from Little Caesar and rub it in their faces about my current situation because right now I'm getting paid a lot. I'll dare say three times as more. Whatever I was getting paid in Little Caesar, multiply that by three. Actually, no, four, or maybe five. I'm not joking, guys. My current situation is far, far better than my time in working Little Caesar, and I'm very glad. I'm very gifted. I'm very happy about it. But I still gotta continue working on myself. I gotta still, keeping myself in check. Still do stuff that I gotta do for the sake of my personal survival, my personal sake. But still, working at Little Caesar was definitely, I won't say life changing, but it opened my eyes on many, many things. Number one was people. I will definitely will say that. Number two was the outright stupid corporation. Little Caesar, they really do not give a shit about you as an individual, as a worker. Even if you're doing honest work, even if you're trying your best, they will not give a shit about you. And then you're wondering why Little Caesar mostly hire high school kids, which, by the way, that's a red flag. If you notice people, especially young folks working at a restaurant, and in about 3 or 4 months they disappear, like they don't no longer work there, you know that place is a bad business, especially for the workers. I'm just saying, they really do not give a damn about their workers. And it's so sad that I managed to find a dishwashing job where I had less responsibility. I'll admit dishwashing was, you know, it's it's a menial job. It's not, there's nothing to be proud about it, but it's a simple work. I would say that it's a simple work. It's not that well, like there's no pride in it, but it's simple work that you're getting honest pay for your time. But the fact is, I was getting paid more than working as assistant manager in Little Caesar as a dishwasher. That is mind-boggling that that actually happened, and I experienced that. I wish I could show some proof, but that's gonna showcase some personal details about myself, which I don't want to cross. But still, guys, and I bet my money that for those of you guys watching this video and thinking about your experience about Little Caesar, please put a comment down in the comment section below. I will not be surprised if people down in the comment section below are telling me that they found a job that's quote unquote little bit worse than working at Little Caesar, but you get paid way more and you have more respect in than working at Little Caesar. It is mind-boggling, dude. Man, Little Caesar was something else. Okay, first of all, let's start with the people, the customers. This kind of flew over my head because my first time working at Little Caesar, I was in a good area. In that area, you, well, like I said, in a good area, so you kind of get quote unquote better people, better customer, if that makes sense. This is gonna sound very discriminate, but I'm gonna say it like it is. Because I was working at a better area, Little Caesar tends to attract people that are well off and not having issues, if that makes sense. But because Little Caesar itself is basically the McDonald's version of pizza, it tends to attract people that are on the lower end of society. So what do I mean by that? I mean you're most likely gonna encounter drug addicts, homeless people, people that are mentally ill. I'm not joking, guys. I deal with those type of customers, and sometimes it's kind of funny, and sometimes it is outright scary. As a matter of fact, I had a scary moment where I was dealing with a meth head who does not want to calm down over trivial things. Things are so trivial that I was wondering if this guy was messing with me. It looked like he was messing with me at the time. My goodness, I really wish I had a secret camera strap on my chest for I could show you guys in real life, in real time, of those encounters because my goodness, I'll never forget that method that I dealt with. But no joke, guys. During my time working at Little Caesar, I had another part time job. And that other part time job was working at an Asian restaurant. And as you can imagine, the Asian restaurant tends to get quote unquote better customers, better, people that are, best way I could put it nicely, well put together. So, and me, I kind of noticed that. It was mind boggling that I started to notice this small little things. At the Asian restaurant, we almost never get any meth heads, any homeless. Matter of fact, I will admit, I did saw a homeless woman coming to the Asian restaurant where I used to work at, but once. And out of the kindness of the heart of the waitress at the time, she gave her free food to that homeless person. But of course, the homeless person didn't came back because it was a private business, etc., etc. And of course, we don't want to encourage that habit. But still, though, it is almost super, super rare for something dramatic happen in the Asian restaurant, and it's all thanks to the customers, and then all thanks to the professionalism of the staff in the Asian restaurant that I used to work at. But at my time at Little Caesar, it was the exact opposite. There was always some issues going on with the customers. There was all some issues with the staff because some of the staff there were unprofessional. Like I said, they hire high school kids, so most of the workers were literally under the age of 16. And what one thing that flew over my head is the severe mismanagement, like the lack of management skills that the managers had. I will confess, we did have one guy that was kind of a jerk, who was the manager of the place, and I will confess, now looking back at it, he did have good points. He did have good managing skills, like he kept the place running. So despite that, he was an asshole. He did his job very well, very amazing. The only thing I feel sorry for him is his pay, because in my opinion, now he needs to get a better job than that. Nah, man, working at this type of corporation is not worth it. And I saying that is because, okay, first of all, since you're watching this video, guys, I encourage you to look at other Little Caesar videos. You're gonna see some funny moments. You're gonna see some dramatic moments, especially the encounters between customers and the staff. And of course, you're gonna see some legit scary moments between the customers and the staff of the Little Caesar. I'm not joking when I'm saying Little Caesar is basically the pizzeria version of McDonald's, kind of like Starbucks. And yeah, it's not worth working there. Thank goodness I've been through it, and now I know, you know, how the place is. The main reason why I worked there was because I was desperate for money, and at the time I was having a being part-time college student until, of course, I dropped out because I wanted to quote unquote save more money, work more time, which eventually I did until, of course, the pandemic hit, and that was way back around 2019. So yeah, different story though. I'll continue making more videos about my time in Little Caesar because there were certain individuals that I really want to talk about in this YouTube channel. However, because I want to keep, certain details anonymous, like redact some certain details just for the sake of not offending certain individuals, I had to take that kind of seriously. But I will say this, guys: if you work at Little Caesar, do your best to find a better job, because trust me, I am baffled. I am still baffled to this day that I managed to get a dishwashing job. I got paid more, and I was respected more, and there was way, way less drama in Little Caesar. Like I said, in Little Caesar, we were attracting homeless people, people that was giving the staff a hard time for no freaking reason, people that are mentally ill, people that were on drugs. One time we saw a drug dealer getting arrested outside of Little Caesar as he was walking outside with his pizza. Again, the Little Caesar is the McDonald's version of of the pizzeria establishment, and don't be surprised. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Don't be surprised that it attracts ghetto people, and it is absolutely amazing and very fascinating that how people from the ghetto behave, conduct themselves, and interact with other people versus people that are well put together, well established, that have their life, together. Because at that time, I was working at Little Caesar and at an Asian restaurant. At the Asian restaurant, there was almost nothing like that. The customers were straightforward, friendly, no issues at all. Yeah, there were some customers that were giving us a hard time, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it was super, super rare. In Little Caesar, I will say it's like a 50-50 that you're gonna have a weird interaction with the customer. Again, it depends on the place that you work at. Because eventually I worked at a different Little Caesar that was closer to the ghetto side. And yeah, we were attracting a lot more ghetto people. I'm not gonna lie. And versus the restaurant, it was like 20. Oh, no, not even 20. It was way less than that. You had like a 8 or 5% chance that you're gonna encounter a customer that's gonna give you a hard time in the Asian restaurant. So yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here because I'm planning to break down my time at Little Caesar into bite-sized pieces. I don't want to, overload the video, like go over an hour. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos of my experience for Little Caesar. I promise I'll make more of them because there were some moments at my time at Little Caesar that was just baffling. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and please leave a comment down in the comment section below, especially for you guys that used to work at Little Caesar. I would love to read your story, your time at Little Caesar. But trust me, Little Caesar is not worth it. It's not worth working at there. To this day, I'm still baffled that I made more money just by washing dishes, and I had more respect in that establishment than Little Caesar. And more importantly, the type of customer that were going in there. Little Caesar, I'm sorry, it's for the ghetto people. It's for the people that has no self-respect, that will fight for you over pizza that looks like shit. Yes, I had those interactions before. I had customers that want to fight me over pizza that looks like dog shit. I'm never gonna forget those moments. But yeah, I got a lot of story to tell. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Well, guys, thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Message in the bottle. Over and out.